point, John. It's been really amazing. A lot of people reached out, all from my coaching program, like Mike Ferry organization, to my colleagues that I worked with for 9 years at Roy LePage, professionals that I've worked with. The outpouring has been incredible. Like, I had no idea what to expect. To be honest, I had zero expectations. And then the real nice thing was that a lot of people I don't even know from eXp reached out, like tons of people just, reaching out. If there's anything they could do for me, it was just really sweet. So I've been overwhelmed with love, man. It's been amazing.
This is awesome. It just goes to show who you are for people, and people are reciprocating the love, and it just comes natural. And so, I can't say enough about you. Obviously, we are super excited, obviously, to be able to partner with you, man. He's like a brother, Chris. And now we get to be business partners as well. So I am extremely, extremely excited. Hey, so Alex Moz is coming into the waiting room. I posted the Zoom link as well.
Yeah. He's in the waiting room. Oh, okay.
No, we don't do that then. Okay.
No, we don't do that. Yeah. I guess he's just trying to figure
just us. Okay.
I guess he's trying to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, DK, I can tell you, man, we are so grateful to have partnered with you. And I remember our first conversations, how impressed I was by you. And, it's almost like a kid right before Christmas. And it's like, you want to partner with someone so bad because you see all the greatness and you see the ability the person has. And, man, I'm just so happy that you chose us and that you chose eXp. And I'm just honored. My wife, Kristen, and I, we wake up every day just blessed with the amazing people in our organization and that have decided to lock arms with us. And we're here to support you, DK, in any way possible. And I see you doing the same thing already with agents who are reaching out to you. And that's what I love about you, DK, is you're here ready to grab agents, right? And help their success to the next level. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about, is helping agents get to the next level, because so many get caught, right, in that stage where they don't know how to get to 30 homes. They don't know how to get to 50 homes or 100 homes, or how to build out a team. Yeah. And really, I believe before eXp started this culture, it was almost in the industry where we wanted to keep people lower than us. Yeah. We didn't want them selling what we were selling. We didn't want them doing as good as us. And now in our culture at eXp, where rising tide rises all ships, right?
Yeah.
DK, I want you to do better than I've ever done. Well, it's just that same passing the torch now. And I'm so excited for you, DK.
Well, first of all, your energy just radiates, from the first time we met. They say proximity is power, and just being around you on a Zoom call made me feel your energy and your love. But this company provides you with a platform or an ecosystem that's conducive for collaboration. And that's, Chris, I've won all the awards. I've gotten all the accolades. At this point in my career, I've been lucky enough to have done well in 9 years. And they say that when you help other people achieve their goals, that you inherently rise to new heights yourself. And this is one of the main reasons why I love this company, is because of what you just said. I help people all day anyway, and now I can help people on a global scale, which is just, earth-shattering for me. It's amazing, because that's what I've always wanted to do, is just help people become better versions of themselves, because I never had that when I first got in this business. It's a very lonely business at the beginning. Most companies hire you on, you get the basic training, and that's it. So yeah, man, I'm excited to help people bring their business to the next level so they can have the nice things and the good life that I've been fortunate enough to live in. And I'm blessed.
I got to touch on something you just said, though, about how it's very lonely, right, in the beginning. But what I learned as I was achieving new success each step of the way, and Casey, I know you've been there, like, speak up on this, it almost gets lonelier the more successful you get. And that's what I've loved about what we're doing at eXp and this organization, is because you don't want to get to the top and be alone with no friends. We're all coming together, rising as one. And it is probably the most joy I've ever had, right? In business. I mean, come on, Casey, speak up a little bit on this. I know you can feel this.
Most excited I have been about real estate in 15 years. I mean, it's such a game changer. It's the most revolutionary thing that we can do for each other. And DK, that quote, the Zig Ziglar, that was on my mind. So when you said that, I was like, yep, because that's really what we're doing here is we're really changing everybody's lives. And it's just so fun to be in business with all of y'all and to be able to collaborate and grow together. And I'm honored to be in this room right now.
You guys keep chatting. I'm calling Brent.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
so Agent DK, again, tell us why. Tell us why. You've been selling real estate, you've been crushing it at your previous company. Why eXp?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I was looking for a change. First of all, my previous company was great, built a strong foundation, nothing bad to say at all. Really good friendships that I've created and solidified that'll be staying with me for a lifetime. It wasn't about that. John, complacency. Complacency is the disease of the human spirit. And like I said, you know me, I'm a guy that needs a challenge. I mean, I wanted to buy that Audi R8. The day I bought it, I was like bored the day, because it wasn't about the car. It was about the climb. It was about getting there. It's not about the goal. It's about you know what I mean? It's about the journey. So I was complacent. Like I said, I won every award. Like there's no more, I'm not trying to be cocky. There's no more room on our walls for plaques. Like that doesn't give me any joy anymore. What truly gives me joy is when somebody comes up to me after 2-3 years and says, you gave me like 30 minutes of your time, like 3 years ago.
Wow.
And what you said had such an impact on me. And because of that, I put food on my table and I'm living a better life. And it's like, oh my God, that gives me so much more satisfaction than any award ever can. So the biggest thing that I was looking for was to help people on a bigger scale and to collaborate with people that are like-minded, but also that were at much higher levels than me. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, small city, maybe 4,000 realtors total. My mindset grew drastically when I joined Mike Ferry organization and being around people like you. And then I went to eXpCon to get a final look before I joined the company, because as expressive as I am, look at this tie, as it's pixelating, it's so dotted, it's pixelating. As expressive as I am, I'm also extremely analytical, which is weird. So, John was like, DK, you got to check out eXp. And for 3 years, I was like, John. And then I was like, John, I'm focusing on my business. And you were just so excited. You just wanted me to share what you were sharing. But I was like, John. And then I'm like, let me go to eXpCon. And then I went to eXpCon and I couldn't, I've heard so many people unsee what I saw. The company is so big, so professional, so massive, so technologically more advanced than anything I'd ever seen. And there was a ton of people doing the business that I'm doing and way more. And they were humble and everybody was helping. But there was people there that were doing 5 deals. There was people there that were doing 500 deals, and they were just as nice and just as humble. So it was a feeling that I was looking for when I went to eXpCon. It wasn't information. I had the information. I wanted a feeling. I wanted to feel the company. And I told you this on day one. I can go home. I'm convinced. I got the feeling. Because I knew that if I was going to take myself to the next level, I had to align myself with a company that understands growth and expansion. And the way this company has been growing and expanding, who better to partner with than eXp?
I love that. And DK, I think you're coming on at the prime time. And, people will say this to me quite often, oh, is it too late? Is it too late? It's still just getting started. I remember when my wife and I came over 4 years ago, it was much harder then because nobody knew eXp at all.
Yeah.
We were penny stock. There was only 4,000 or 5,000 agents in the whole US. It was still a tipping point. Are they going to make it or not? Right.
Yeah.
But now, as our growth has occurred, right, we're #1 independent in the whole US from Real Trends. We're selling more homes than Compass, Redfin. I mean, any of them, you can name them down there, right?
Yeah.
And here we are now at 70,000 agents. And in the next few years, we're going to be at 500,000 agents.
Yeah.
This is the prime opportunity zone, and it's awesome. I'm so excited for you, DK.
I'm excited too, Chris. And something you just mentioned, I'm 41 years old, and this week, like I said,
Well, you don't look it, man. You look great,
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, come on, man. Stop.
No, seriously, I'm about to hit the 4-0. I hope I look like you here now in the next year or two, man.
Oh, man.
I've been telling my wife I need to get some Botox and some.
It's a filter, bro. It's a filter. So Chris, here's the deal. I've had a lot of people this week reach out to me that are older than me, 45, 50, 55. Oh, DK, I want to make the move too. But at my age, I'm like, hey, you're right. What are you talking about? It's never too late to make a change. Listen, it's never too late to make a change if it's for the better for you, for your family, for your business, for your clients. I mean, John asked me a good question. Why eXp? I didn't want to make a lateral move. And a lot of the companies out there, it was the same sort of business model. I was looking for something different, but something that offered more value, which would inherently help me raise other people that were within my organization and also ultimately help our clients. And I felt that the technology that this company possesses and the scale at which they are at only serves my clients that much more. So why wouldn't you want to provide, if you had an option to provide your clients with better service, why wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't that make you happier knowing that you're giving better service? Like if you have the ability to, it's your right to do that. So I think it's never too late, Chris. And I did the change now. I mean, it's been 3 days that I've been with eXp. The onboarding process, we can talk about that if you want a little bit, John, later, but the onboarding process was incredibly smooth. And I think this is the best time to do it because, April, May, June is go time for real estate agents, right? So not typically the best time.
That's what people are really scared of. It's change because it's so scary, right? And when I moved over, I was also thinking about the same thing. I don't want any gaps in production. I don't want to, pull back or, think about doing this and that and then selling at the same time. So I'm not, doing what I can do and then taking care of the onboarding. But it sounds like right now, in a matter of a couple of weeks, you were able to get everything done and ready to go. So you're ready to do business today, right?
Oh, we've already signed listings. We've done deals. John, I mean, look, there's teams that do way more business than us, but we're extremely efficient for the small amount of people that we have. So, this year we had 5 people, 3 salespeople and 2 admins. We did 250 transactions, which is a lot for those people that don't know real estate. It's a lot. So I was afraid of the same thing. Is it going to impact production? And I can tell you without zero. I mean, I told John, Chris, before you came on, I literally booked the month of December off so I could plan and execute this onboarding process. Guys, within 3 days, we are onboarded. I mean, yeah, there's some things I don't know yet, but I've jumped onto the technical support system within the eXp world with my little avatar who looks really good. He's wearing a nice suit, like he's good.
I gotta meet you in the world.
You gotta meet me in the world, bro. It's like the Matrix. But the technical support, bang. Like I got a question, bang. It blew my mind. It was honestly ridiculous. So if fear of losing production or distraction is your problem, I can tell you with 100% validity from my perspective, zero impact, zero.
And I love hearing that. And that's something I think is so important for people to understand is, we're called a virtual company, right? That doesn't mean we don't have support. Okay. What that means is we have more support than any brick and mortar office that exists, right? Yep. We have over 1,000 full-time employees that are there for you at a snap of the finger. You don't have to drive into an office and beat traffic, right? You don't have to show up to the office and guess what? The broker or the person you need to speak to isn't there. You don't have to call and get put on hold. We have instant support from real humans. And, I'm telling you, a lot of our growth success happened when COVID hit. And we were the only real estate company that was 100% operational in all 50 states when COVID hit. Remember the world shut down? Well, guess what? eXp World was fully operational. And I'm telling you guys, before COVID hit, eXp was just something that was cool. And then when we experienced that shutdown, eXp was no longer just cool. It became a necessity to operate. And we're seeing, Glenn Sampert, our founder, who created eXp to be sustainable in any turn of the market, right? He never thought a virus would be the thing that would show the sustainability of our organization, but it did. And it just shows you how strong we are and how other companies, if they're not advancing in technology and they're operating still like the 1800s, right? Times are changing and you're very, very vulnerable if you don't step in to the day of age of technology. And I feel so secure in our company. I can sleep at night and know that tomorrow I'm going to wake up and there's people there no matter what. And it's been awesome. And I'm so glad you said that, DK, and that the support was there and that it was quick. And have you felt during this time at all, and please be honest, I love to hear the good and the bad. Have you felt during this time at all that you were disconnected from support or from staff or from help? Or did you feel like you had the support you needed?
So Chris, one thing you're going to learn about Uncle DK very quickly is either you're going to love me or you're going to hate me because I'm so honest, but at least I sleep at night because I have integrity. So here's the deal. I don't know how to lie. Here's the deal. Not for a second. And I'll tell you, I tested it, right? Like I told you, I'm very analytical, which is weird for a guy like me with my personality, because at the end of the day, I love numbers. I love systems. That's why we're able to do such high volume with such a small team, because we have very good systems. The service has been incredible. And like, I literally jumped into the virtual world. I had a technical question because I wanted to import all of my contracts and all of my clauses. And this dude was sitting in front of me. Hey, how are you? I'm like, whoa, it's an avatar, but he's talking to me. And I turned my microphone on. I said, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? He's like, Kansas. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I need help with this. He's like, no problem. Boom, 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 done. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Wow.
I got a kink in my right shoulder. Can you know, like this, and every time I've asked for help, it's been the same response. Is there anything else I can help you with? Or is there anything, can I point you in the right direction? Not only is everybody helpful, but everybody is like willing to keep helping me. It's just insane. It's insane. Not once have I had to apologize for asking the same question twice or for asking for direction. And I'm truly grateful for that, because at the end of the day, like John said, as confident as a guy I am, it is scary. Change is scary for everybody, you know, and I've gone through a lot of changes this year with my company and, you know, physically, like I lost 36 pounds and did this body transformation. So like everybody is afraid of change, but everyone in this chat knows if you're not changing and if you're not feeling that fear or that anxiety, I don't know. To me, it's just you're losing a little bit of what's exciting about life. Like that's how you know you're on the right path, when you have that little bit of fear or that little bit of, you know, not doubt, but you gotta be a little bit fearful and a little bit scared at times. That's just what makes life exciting.
You know, I love how transparent you are, DK, and I know you're speaking to somebody tonight that's watching this.
I hope so.
And it's awesome because I mean, I can feel that, and I'm telling you, you are speaking life into someone. And someone is at that crossroads. And I always live by this one thing that really just follows up to what you just said, is we have to remember that the majority of people will live in a known hell than ever leave to an unknown heaven. And we have to remember that every day. And massive growth is always on the other side of adversity.
100%.
So we have to learn how to really, you know, strive in adversity, appreciate it, embrace it, right? And so many people don't. That's where they give up.
Yeah. Because
we know on the other side, right, is where our unknown heaven is. And someone tonight that's watching this, you need to reach out to DK. You need to do whatever you need to do because you needed to hear this tonight. And you need to embrace that adversity. You need to step out into the possibilities that's there for you and claim it. So DK, we know about you, man, being a rock star. We know what you've done, but here's what I'm excited about. I don't know if anybody else is excited about this. What are you doing for 2022, man? What's the big goal here? I want to hear it. What's your plans for the team? You know, how many lives are you going to impact by helping people find, you know, a home? We think about that. We're in the biggest investment that people make in their life, right? Is buying a home. And I know not everybody on this call is in America, right? But the American dream is what? Home ownership, right? And I mean, this is a huge thing. So what are you looking at for 2022, DK?
So, I mean, Chris, I'm so glad you asked me that question because we're in Ottawa, Canada. You know, our average price, let's say, is 700,000, but my team will do stuff from, I'm not even kidding, from 100,000 all the way up to 3, 4, 5 million. So we'll do anything. And I always say, I'm the guy that I used to sell TVs for a living. Okay. So when I sold TVs, when a customer would have a pack of batteries and they'd walk to the front till, nobody would approach them. I would run and the other salesman would laugh at me and say, what are you doing? They'd say, it's like $2 commission. I'd say, no, it's shaving cream, or no, it's toothpaste. Like, and I can't disrespect that guy. Deserves the same level of service as the guy buying the $2,000 TV. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give everybody the same level of respect, because for somebody, that $200,000 condo is all the money they have in the world. So we help everybody at different price ranges. And I'm excited to continue that. This year we did around 250 transactions. I would like to, and I know success isn't defined by transactions, Chris, but I really want to help as many people as possible. So our goal is 300 transactions. I've grown the team from 5 last year to 8 because there's only so much, like this is a team sport. There's no way you can help that many people without growing the organization.
So how many sales agents, licensed sales agents do you have on your team right now that did those 250? 3.
Yeah, so I did about 140 and the other 2 did the rest.
Oh my God. I hope people are listening to this.
But
I mean, I know teams in my local market that have like 30 agents and they're not hitting those numbers. Okay. So that is huge, DK. Huge.
We're very blessed. But Chris, to be honest, my goal is to take not a step back, but more of a leadership role in the business. I want to elevate my team to do more of the transactions. I still want to be involved in every transaction, talk to every client, shake everyone's hand. But I want to rise like everyone on my team so they can achieve higher levels, because I know that if I do, by doing so, the whole company will benefit and it'll be better service overall. So that's why
I love that, man. That's the heart of true leadership right there. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get more stoked about seeing other people achieve. Like on my vision board, it actually says, empower the team members to achieve their goals, because I already know that by doing so, all of my goals will automatically take place, right? They're already going to be achieved. So we brought on 3 more salespeople now, and that should solidify the 300 transaction goal. Yeah.
I'm so excited for you in 2022, DK, and I'm excited to watch this journey. And, you know, it's so cool to seeing people succeed. You know, I read this post on Facebook. I don't know if anybody else is obsessed with Facebook. I'm trying to get less obsessed. But I saw this post that stuck with me. It said, be wary of people who don't clap when you succeed. Mm. And I started thinking about that, right? And we kind of think in this industry, at least I think in this industry, we see a lot of that, you know, where, you know, people are really, really good at celebrating their own success, but not the success of others, you know? Yeah. And, you know, that's a whole nother story I could go into. But it's so cool to see this culture where we're all clapping for us succeeding. We're all here, you know, being the biggest cheerleaders for each other, right? It's like literally like, go DK, right? Go DK, right? Like I want to see you hit 350 homes next year.
And I think he's being modest, Chris. I think he's probably going to hit 350 next year.
I think so too.
Agents. And I do have a question for you, DK. You know, with our support, us helping you at eXp, helping you build your business, how is that going to benefit your clients locally?
Immensely, because so watch, Ottawa is a small city, but I've got access to tons of people like John, like Casey, like Chris, and a number of other people that aren't on this call that have already done what I'm trying to achieve, that have systems that I've never seen, that I've never implemented. So by just making phone calls saying, hey, I want to be able to offer better service to my clients. Can you give me 3 or 4 tips on what you're doing that's really working right now that I can integrate? And then watch, no problem, because we're not competitors. We're helping each other. And by you helping me, I achieve my goals. We get better and we rise the whole company together. So again, proximity is power, John. So being around all of these people is so beneficial to me. We also have our mastermind groups outside of eXp. And at my previous company, I tried really hard to find some sort of a mastermind group, and it was there and then it wasn't, and it was kind of disconnected and depending on what time of the year it was. But with this company, it just seems like it's more prominent and it's top of mind, which is really, really cool. To have that sort of support, because I know that by having that sort of support, it's automatically going to provide my customers with better service, John.
That's awesome. So what you're saying right now is all the resources that can help you build your business so you can provide better service to your clients. I mean, this company is, although is agent centric, but it benefits our client. That's the first and foremost what we're thinking about when we join a better company that's growing. So thank you for that answer.
Yeah. Hey, I got to touch real quick on agent centric, right? Because I was in a meeting with Glenn Sanford and I love how he put it. Okay. So many companies will say they're customer centric, right? Oh, or about the customer experience. Here's what Glenn said. He goes, if we're agent centric and we're making the best agents that will ever exist in this industry, guess what happens? The consumer has the best experience that can ever happen. It has to start at the top and overflow. And that's what we're doing at eXp. And what you just said, DK, is exactly why the top of the top are coming to this company, are joining these organizations, right? And it's because we are helping one another and we're building those experiences that consumers cannot have anywhere else. I love it. Man, you guys got me pumped. It's like 8:30 here where I am, and I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight now.
Well, when I attended the conference in Vegas, I attended as many breakout sessions as I could because I love that stuff and I love learning. And, you know, I think that I'm going to be a lifelong student because I just love to read. I love to learn. And the breakout sessions were just, they were incredible. And there was too many, like you could not attend each one. And then you were like, which one do I attend? Because there was two really good ones at the same time. When you're inundated with that sort of, you know, reinforced education constantly, you know, at your disposal, how can you not get better? How can you not get better when you're surrounded with people that are doing more than you or that are doing incredible things? And how can your clients not inherently benefit? It's impossible.
It is impossible. What a powerhouse group that we have already. I want to hear from you, DK, the agents and the people that are watching this Facebook Live. How can you help the agents get more out of this business, either locally or all over the world?
I think that I have a lot of perspective, and that's a good question, John, because I think I have a lot of perspective because when I started this business 9 years ago, I didn't join a team. I was a standalone agent. I grinded, right? I door knocked, I cold called. I was a for sale by owner killer. You know, like I focused on for sale by owners. I've worked with builders. I think what I bring to the table is a lot of experience in a condensed period of time, working and building a business without spending a lot of money on marketing and advertising. And I think that's rare in our business. So I could literally, like I always say, give me somebody who's doing 5 to 10 deals and I'll make that person a 30 to 40 or 50 deal person within a year.
Awesome.
Because often I find these people have the right ingredients. They just don't have the recipe. And, you know, because I'm a grinder, I figured it out along the way, but why take 5 or 10 years when someone like me can help you get there faster? And that's what I want. I want to help make this industry better. I want to help people get to where they should be faster. And there is a way by getting a mentor. And I want to be a mentor for those people. I want to help. I really do. I want to show them how I did it. And what do they say, John? Real estate is not, it's simple. It's just not easy.
It's simple. It's just not easy. It's the easiest low paying job. It's the hardest high paying job.
Exactly.
Guys, if you have the ingredients, please contact DK for the recipe. He can get you to where you want to go. You know, I do want to be respectful of time. How do people reach you if they want to join your group or your team locally? So
on top of the City Hall, there's a signal that you shine in the sky, the DK. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, if we're not going to laugh, what's the point, right? We dragged Chris out of bed. Let's make the guy laugh. So I mean, there's lots of ways. Our website, agentdk.com, Instagram, agentdk is my hashtag. You'll find me. If you just Google agentdk, you'll find me. But visit the website. I truthfully, my intention here is to help as many people as possible. And I know that, by achieving all my goals, I was able to help my mother retire from being a waitress for 40 years. I was able to support my father, who's in a nursing home. I've been able to donate more money, than I've ever dreamed of donating. I want everyone to have that sort of impact on the world, because I'm so grateful that I've been able to make this impact on so many people's lives. So I'd like everyone else to have that same impact, and it's possible. It is possible. You just need to get out of complacency. You need to shake things up a bit, and you need to get a mentor. And if you don't have one, I think that's what I'd like to do. So reach out. It would be my honor to help people, live the best lives they can and become the best version of themselves. So that's my intention here.
I think we're going to
For that.
breakout sessions at the next eXp con. That's what I think.
Is that Casey?
I said you're going to be in the breakout sessions at the next eXp con.
Well, you know what? That would be an honor. I mean, yeah, that would be an honor.
I really love how much though you're such a giver, and I know this from just knowing you over the last 5 or 6 years. You're also one of the most disciplined people that I know, you and John. And so this is it's the most beautiful collaboration, I think, for you, because you really are such a giver and you are a leader. And this is just like, it's all right here for you. And you're going to change so many lives. I'm so honored to be doing this with you. And I can't wait to see what you do. Let's do this again a year from now.
All right.
Yeah, we'll recap this. Chris, any last insight for the audience and for DK?
Yeah, DK, man, you're a rock star. Anybody that's watching this that doesn't reach out to DK, I don't know, you've lost your mind. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to have someone like this that's telling you they want to mentor you. They want to give you the recipe. Guys, this doesn't happen. I mean, this is crazy. You might see some celebrity people put out things like, come join my group. I'll show you how to do this. Okay, you can't call them on a cell phone. Okay, you can't, that doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. This is a real life person that's here to say, I'm going to reach my hand out and I'm going to pull you up to success, right? So connect with DK. DK, I'm just honored and blessed to have gotten to know you these past few months and now be in business with you. And please know we're here to support you with anything that you need. And man, I'm excited for your 2022. Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for setting this up. I appreciate the welcome wagon. Thank you so much, Chris, John, Casey. Let's change some lives. Let's change some lives together.
Thank you, everyone. Happy holidays. Thank you, DK, and welcome.
Thank you, guys.
All the best, guys.
All the best.